And that's because the only thing that can make us happy, and especially for the young people, don't get fooled and think that if you get this car or this wife or this husband, that you're gonna be happy. Happiness, happiness, joy, surur, it only comes from Allah. Can y'all understand what I'm saying? Khair. So we went over that with intention and hadaf yesterday. We want to make it very clear. For the young people especially, you need a niyat in your life. An intention. Where am I going? And if this intention is not attached to something greater than dunya, we will always be unhappy. If our hadaf is not attached in some way to Allah, then we will continue to be unhappy. Look, I'm a mechanic. I work for the city. I repair huge pumps for the city water system, and I hate my job. Monday is coming, and I don't want to go to work. And the reason I don't want to go to work, it's not because the job is hard and it's dangerous. It's huge pumps that we have to use cranes and forklifts to build. It's because I don't do it for the sake of Allah. I do it to pay my bills. And I hate my bills. I hate the landlord. And I hate the tax man. And I hate Donald Trump, who promised to not tax my overtime, and I'm still being taxed on my overtime. I'm not happy at work. Why am I not happy at work? I get paid good. My coworkers are wonderful. My supervisor doesn't care if I drink a coffee in the middle of the day, but I'm not happy because I don't do that work for Allah. I do that work for myself. I drive a Hyundai Elantra 2005. I'm not happy. Why? Why? Because I haven't aligned my niyat and my hadaf to Allah. And we will continue to be unhappy for as long as we continue to do this. And it takes practice. It takes work. It's not something that we can do overnight. It takes repetition every day to do khulus and niyat, to purify it. Every day we have to work at it. It's very difficult. So young people, when you make your niyat in life, when you set your goal in life for that thing what you want in life, even you want to be a mechanic or an engineer, a doctor, a pharmacist, a lawyer, some way, somehow you must attach that to Allah. I want to be a lawyer so that I can defend the innocent people for the sake of Allah. I want to be a doctor, not just so that I can have a big house and a beautiful wife and a fancy car. I want to be a doctor so that I can help the people, cure the people from the diseases and the illnesses for the sake of Allah. If we don't do this, we will continue to be unhappy. Okay? That's basically what we wanted to say last night. Can you all understand it? Send a salawat. Let's move on. Another thing we have to recap from last night. Last night we said that Hazrat Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Hazrat Rasul gave some advice to Hazrat Abu Zar. He said, Abu Zar, you should have niyat qurbatan ilallah for everything, even your eating and your drinking. Even the most ordinary, mundane things in your life, you should have niyat qurbatan ilallah for that. Even the eating and the drinking. Why is this so important? I'm going to give you a hint to make your relationship with Allah much more intimate. Because that's what we want, isn't it? Right now, even when we pray, we still feel distant from Allah. But we make salat 5 times a day, and some way, somehow, we don't feel any closer to Allah. And we're doing this salat because Allah told us to. Many times, just now we mentioned that religion is not a legal case, it's a love affair. Here's an excellent example of that. How many of us have felt this before? It's the time for salat, but I don't want to stop doing what I'm doing to go make salat. Let's be honest. That's why I don't sit on mimbar, right? Because if I sit on mimbar, y'all will hold me, and you'll drag me outside. Because I'm going to talk the truth to you. Many times the time of salat comes and we don't want to stop watching TV. We don't want to stop doing what we're doing to go and make the salat. But we stop it because it's an obligation. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? We stop watching the TV or we stop playing the video game because it's an obligation. We have to do that. And so we say, I gotta go make salat. And that's our attitude when we get up to go make the salat. That's what's in our heart when we get up to go make the salat. I gotta go pray. You understand me? When what it should be is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when it was time for adhan, he would tell Hazrat Bilal, bring relief for us, relieve us. Why? Because Hazrat Rasul, salat was not an obligation. Salat was not a legal obligation for him. It was a love affair. If we're in love with Allah, think about your wife. Let's go further. That's why I sit on the chair, not on the mimbar, right? Think about your lover. Do you ever not answer her phone call? If she calls you on the phone right now, I guarantee you, you're going to get up and run outside and answer the phone. Why? Not because it's obligation, but because it's love. Right? When your girlfriend calls you on the phone, you don't say, oh man, this girl is calling me again. No, we say, oh, let me answer the phone. You see the difference between obligation and love affair? This is the religion we need to practice. The religion of love. Now let me teach you the secret to this. To make this relationship with Allah intimate. Just like Hazrat Rasulullah said, everything you do, have a niyat qurbatan ilallah. Baba, if I brush my teeth, I'm not brushing my teeth for me. I'm brushing my teeth for Allah. Ya Allah, I'm doing this for you. Baba, if I eat my food, I'm not doing this because I'm hungry. Ya Allah, I'm doing it because I love you. If everything we do, we have a niyat for Allah, every ordinary thing, and it takes practice to do this, it takes work to do this, but then this makes the relationship with Allah very intimate, very close. Let me give you an example you can understand. Imagine how your relationship would be with your wife or with your husband if everything you did in the house was for that person. Baby, I'm cutting the grass today because I love you. I don't care about homeowners association or what the neighbors will think. I'm cutting this grass because I love you. If you wash the dishes in the house and you say, my love, I'm washing these dishes because I love you. Not because you'll complain if I don't. If we have a relationship with our wife or with our husband in this way, that everything I do it because I love you, how will our relationship with our spouse change? It would change dramatically, wouldn't it? That person would look at us with stars in their eyes. They'd say, look how much Nurudeen loves me. He washed the dishes just for me. If it can have that effect in our love life, imagine what effect it can have in our spiritual life. If you want a close and intimate relationship with Allah, it's not about what we do on the prayer mat. It's about how we live off of the prayer mat. What niyat do we have outside of the prayer mat? This is what's important. If I comb my hair and brush my teeth and put the clean clothes for the sake of Allah, it builds that love in my heart towards Allah. And it makes the relationship between me and Allah much more intimate, much more close. Can you all understand the point I'm trying to make? Then we have to practice this. Send a salawat. Now let's get down to business. Why did we start this discussion about niyat and hadaf, about intention and aims and goals in our life? Because hard times are coming in America. I don't know if you can recognize it, but I can see it clearly. You guys go on YouTube? I'm sure you do. Have you noticed all the Islamophobia on YouTube? Huh? I'll just give you one example before we get into the discussion. They want to make a ban on Sharia law in America. And they have, I'm sure you've seen it, that they want to ban Sharia law in America. There's no need for a ban. We have domestic laws in America. There's no danger of Sharia law taking over. What percentage of the population are Muslims?
Can't even practice Sharia law in the house.
Baba. We're less than 3% of the population. No one believes that there's a danger in Sharia law. This is all propaganda. This is all propaganda to create Islamophobia. This empire, the American empire, is in decline. The America that I was born into, the America that many of us immigrated to, the America that we were born into, it's going away. Things are changing. I'll give you a few examples, okay? The US petrodollar. You know what I mean when I say petrodollar? Huh? That oil around the world has always been bought and sold in US dollars. Nixon took us off of the gold standard in what, 1970, how much? What has propped up the American economy since that time is the US petrodollar. That it is the law that all oil is bought and sold in US dollars. This means that every country has to keep a massive supply of US currency in their banks. This is what keeps the US dollar up and keeps the US dollar afloat. But that's changing now. In the last few years, and especially since this war started, countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and other countries in the Gulf have begun accepting yuan, the Chinese currency, instead of the US dollar. Other countries have began setting up alternative payment methods so you don't have to go through US controlled payment methods. And so the US petrodollar is coming to an end, and it will affect our economy drastically. You think prices are high now? Wait till the US petrodollar dies. The dollar will collapse. There'll be no more dollar store. It'll be a $10 store. This is where we're going. Look at our debt ratio. Right now, US debt is more than 120% of our GDP. Let me make that real for you. Imagine if your credit card debt was 120% of your income. Would you have any hope of getting out of debt? I mean, you'd be crushed. You'd be done. A lot of people would just run away. Huh? Imagine if your debt, your credit card debt, was 120% of your annual salary. You would be destroyed. And this is what's going on with the country right now. Okay? Let's go further then. Let's talk about, as we just mentioned, when times get tough. If you know anything about the history of America, when times get tough in America, Americans scapegoat. Do you know what I mean by scapegoating? Scapegoating in English, it means I blame my problems on someone else. Someone else is the problem. Now in America, we've been very good at when things get hard, we scapegoat the black people, or we scapegoat the brown people, or we scapegoat the yellow people. That has been American history. Now we're scapegoating the immigrants. And everybody is scared of immigration, and they're using this propaganda. Oh, the immigrants are taking our jobs. Bande khoda, the immigrants aren't going to take your jobs. AI is going to take your job. The Mexican is not here to take your job. AI will take your job. Ask those who are in the technology field. They got the AI doing the programming now, doing the coding now. Okay? Then in a couple more years, they won't even need people to do that. In the banking sector, in anything that has to do with literature. Look, I translate a lot. Recently I got into the habit of translating Persian poetry. And I downloaded one of these AI things just to play with it. Just to play with it, have some fun. AI makes the translation. Now I'm going to be honest, it misses a lot of things. AI cannot catch the nuance. It cannot catch the theology. It cannot catch the hidden meanings in poetry. But AI is doing a fantastic job with translation. I'm telling you. You copy and paste it to your AI, and it gives you a very clear, rough translation. You need to edit it. You need to reform it, refine it, and make it better. But AI is really, it blew my mind playing with it. AI is going to take reporters, writers, translators. It's going to take all those jobs. But in America, when times get tough, we scapegoat people. It's been the blacks or the browns or the yellows. Now it's the immigrants. And now you see it coming. They're scapegoating the Muslims. You can see it clearly. They're creating a fear of Islam and Muslims in the society around us. They're talking about a ban on Sharia. They said that the Muslims want to take over. There's not even enough of it. Baba, you can't run the masjid correctly. How are you going to run the country? You're not even in charge of your house. How are you going to run the White House? But they're spreading this propaganda against Islam and Muslims. Brothers and sisters, if we don't get our niyat correct, if we don't understand what is our hadaf, what's our intention, what's our aim and our goal, then many of us will be crushed in what's coming. Because things in America are gonna get worse before they get better. Don't think that Trump leaves and then the next Yaru who comes is going to make it better. That's not going to happen. The Democrats and the Republicans are two sides of the same coin. Can I be a little rough? So you don't throw me out? They are two cheeks of the same butt. When they tell you turn the other cheek, when they tell you turn the other cheek, you better understand what cheek they mean. They don't mean this one, buddy. You got to turn the other cheek. Lady G, Lindsey Graham just passed away. He knew all about turning the other cheek. This is where the country is going. Things are going to get hard for Muslims. And if we do not have our niyat correct, if we do not have our hadaf aligned with our niyat, connected to Allah, then we will be crushed in the hard times that are coming. 100 blessings on the sisters. They carry the flag of Islam every time they leave the house. They put on their hijab. This makes them a target in the world that is coming. When we leave the house, we look like any other redneck or Mexican. I know me with the long hair and the work uniform, I could pass for any other redneck in Florida. They say, this is just another white guy. I try to wear my chefia. I have a hat with all kind of Islamic buttons on the hat that I wear for work. Picture of Amir al-Mu'mineen and this and that to show that I'm Muslim, because I don't want to leave the sisters on the front line alone. Why do most hate crimes in America against Muslims happen to the sisters? Why are they targeted? Because they are carrying the flag of Islam everywhere they go. And you and I, as men, we're passing for Mexican. We're passing for redneck. We're passing for something other than Muslim because we're not identifying ourselves. There's hard times coming in this country. They are going to target Muslims because this is what they do. They will not take responsibility for their own condition. They will not say that we created this bad situation and we must fix it. No, they're going to say it's the immigrant fault. It's the black guy fault. It's the brown guy fault. It's the yellow man's fault. And most of all, it's the Muslims' fault. This is what's coming in our future. And if we do not have a strong niyat, that's qurbatan ilallah, that's attached to the divine, to Allah, and if we don't have a hadaf, an aim and a goal that is attached to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then we will be destroyed in the hard times that are coming. We will fall under great pressure. And so that's why it's so important that before the full bad time, hard times come, that we look within ourselves and understand, why am I a Muslim? What's my niyat in Islam? What's my intention to follow this religion? Sometimes we're doing it just because that's what my friends do. I go to masjid because that's what my friends do. I wear the hijab because that's what my friends do. I have the beard because people will they'll look at me a little bad if I don't have the beard. What's our niyat? Because if our niyat is weak, then we will give up the religion when the pressure comes. When that pressure comes down on us, we will give up. We'll take off the kufi, we'll take off the chafia, we'll take off the hijab. Instead of Muhammad, please call me Mo. Instead of Ghassan, call me Gus. Instead of Abbas, call me Abby. This is what's going on now in America. People change their name all the time so that they can fit in. They try to distance themselves a little bit from Islam. And if we're doing that now, when the pressure is not here yet, what will happen when they bring the pressure and pile it on top of us? Because they're not going to take responsibility for their own action. They're going to blame you. And they're going to blame me. It's the Muslims' fault. Can you understand what I'm trying to get at here? And so for this reason, it's very important that we spend time thinking about what is our niyat. What's my intention? What's my hadaf? What's my aim? What's my goal? What am I trying to gain from religion? What do I want from religion? What does religion give me? Because what religion, the number one thing that religion provides for us is inner strength. It gives us that inner strength to stand up to oppression, to resist, to be strong. It gives us that. Otherwise, we'll melt. We'll say, no. Me? Muslim? No, man. No way. We'll run away from deen. We'll distance ourselves from religion. Distance ourselves from Allah because we don't have the right niyat. We don't have a correct hadaf. Our aim and our goal is wrong. Sometimes, why are we Muslim? Why are we even doing all of this? Is it because it's an obligation? Or are we in love? This is an important question to look inside of ourselves and find out. Am I doing these things out of fear of hell or desire for reward, or am I doing it for the sake of Allah? Because Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam, Amir al-Mu'mineen said there are three types of Muslim. One who worships Allah out of fear of the hellfire. And this is the deen of the abd, the slave. The other one, he worships Allah out of desire for paradise, for reward. This is the religion of the businessman. That person who worships Allah because he's in love with Allah. That person who worships Allah because he understands that Allah is worthy of worship. This is the free man. This is the human being that is strong and free. This is the level that we need to work on, especially in America. It's okay to be that other type of Muslim in Iraq, in Pakistan, in Iran. You can get away with it because everybody's a Muslim. There's not that much pressure on you. Everything is halal. Most everybody's wearing the hijab. It's very easy to be a Muslim there. Here, we're on the front lines because this is exactly what it is. We are in the trenches here, in the sangar here. Here, the pressure can make us or break us. Either we're going to become stronger Muslims because of the pressure and we get our niyat right and we get our hadaf right, or we'll be destroyed. I always tell people this. My favorite type of immigrant from Iraq or Iran or Pakistan or India, my favorite type of Muslim immigrant is the one that was bideen in his country. The one who had no deen in his country. Maybe he drank wine. Maybe he did whatever he was doing in his country. But then when he came here, he realized the danger. He understood that he can lose everything here. Baba, everything, even your identity you can lose here. You will lose your nationality. You will lose your culture. You will lose your language. You will lose your identity, your religion. You can lose everything here. And that person who was bideen in his own country, but then he comes here and becomes mutadayyin, I love them the best. Why? Because they are like me. They are converts. They understand the danger. They understand the critical nature of it. And I absolutely dislike the people who come from another country and they want to recreate Pakistan here. They want to recreate Iraq here. They want to recreate Iran here. Baba, you can't do it. I understand why you feel that way. I understand why you want to come to America and make your center a little slice of Iraq, a little slice of Iran, a little slice of Pakistan. I understand why. Because we don't want to lose ourselves. But these kids, they're Americans. They like biryani and hot dogs. Okay? They like korma sabzi and pizza. And when we make the center a little piece of Pakistan, it's foreign for them. If we make the center a little piece of Iraq, Baba, they don't even speak Arabic durusti sabi anymore. You bring the speaker to speak Arabic, they don't understand. You bring the speaker to speak Urdu, they get some of it, but they don't understand. Why? Because you don't even speak your language at home with your children. You speak English at home, and then when they go to school, they speak English at school, and then you get mad. You want classes in Arabic at the masjid because your kids are losing their... Baba, it's not my job to teach your kids Arabic. I'm not an Arab. It's your job to teach your kids Arabic. That you speak Arabic at home. Don't worry about the kids. They will learn English. Look, One thing I learned when I was in Qom, you bring kids from Africa. Them kids don't speak not one word of Persian. In 3 weeks of playing in the kuche with the other kids, they learn Persian. In 2 months, they're going with their parents to the mudiriyat to translate. Because the parents don't speak Farsi yet, but the kids do. These kids are going to learn English. They're going to learn English. Don't worry about it. You don't have to speak English at home with them. Speak Arabic, speak Urdu, speak Farsi, because language is a vehicle of culture. You want to protect yourself? You want to protect yourself? Teach them your language at home. Don't come to the masjid and tell, oh, we have to teach Urdu at the masjid. You teach Urdu at home. Don't come here and put some chain on my neck. I have to teach them Arabic. I have to teach them I have to teach them Urdu. That's your job. A lot of times we make this mistake. The kids are going astray, and so we think that if we take him to the Sheikh, my son isn't praying. Help me. But what can I do about it? Really? The only solution for your son is that he should think. That's the solution. There's no other solution for it. You have to sit down with your son and say, son, listen, I want you to think about this. This is salat. This is what we get from salat. This is the purpose of salat. Now you sit there, no YouTube, no Roblox, no none of that. Just think. Think about it. Spend some time to think about it. The kids are smart enough, knowledgeable enough, experienced enough that if we give them the opportunity, they will understand. You know, you want to come to the masjid and tell the sheikh, my son isn't doing this, my daughter isn't, you do something. What can I do? What can I do? The child is going astray, and so we send him now to, he was in public school before, and now we send him to the Islamic school. You know what you did? You just did kharab kari in the Islamic school. And in fact, the kids in the Islamic school are worse than the kids in the public school. Sad rahmat on the kids in the public school. Those little sons of guns in the Islamic school are way more dangerous, because every parent thought that my little badass kid, I'll send him to the Islamic school and he'll get good. No, all he did was go to the Islamic school and turn all the other kids into badasses. That's all he did. You and your little badass son, you want to send him to the Islamic school. Keep him in the public school. We think we can change this situation that we have by forcing them. Now you have to go to Islamic school. Kick in the door in the morning, come out for the salat. This doesn't work. I'll give you an example from my own life. Okay, so you can understand where I'm going with this, and then we'll wrap it up, okay? Listen. I have 7 daughters. Do you know what it's like to have 9 kids and 7 of them are daughters? I'm surrounded by women. Allahu Akbar. Baba, I set up a tent in my backyard just so I can escape. I put the AC unit that you put in the window in the tent just so I can have some peace. Hi. Hi, you know what I'm feeling. Now let's be honest. I'm going to talk straight to you. I have 2 daughters who took off the hijab. One of my older daughters, one of my younger daughters. This older one, I reacted bad. I jumped up and down like a 300-pound gorilla, and I yelled and I screamed and I threatened, if I see you outside dressed like this, I'm gonna close my eyes so I can't see you. If you leave this house without hijab, I'm gonna strangle you. And I reacted in anger, with threats, with force, with compulsion. She's still not wearing the hijab. She's a grown woman now. And she's still not wearing the hijab. My younger daughter, she took off the hijab, maybe 14, 15, 16 years old. Maybe 16. And one of my very close, mutadayyin, irfani friends, He told me, listen, don't do like you did last time with the threats and the force and the compulsion and the yelling and the screaming and the hitting. This doesn't work. Pretend like you didn't see anything. Continue to love. Continue to guide. Don't lose your temper. Show her love and respect and continue to be patient with her. I did this. It broke my heart for 2 years. And then she put it back on by herself. No one forced her. No one yelled at her. No one had to beat her. No one had to threaten her. She herself, she went through a couple years and then she put it on by herself. Listen to me. We have to give people the chance to look in their own heart, find out what is their own niyat, what is their own hadaf. We as parents, we can only guide them. We can only advise them. The ulama have said, if your child gets to the age of 14 and they are a good child, you've done your job. Bas, that's it. Between 14 and 21, there are some sins that our young people will commit, and there's no escape from it. It's a part of human life. But if you've done your job to the age of 14, that child is a good child, say Alhamdulillah. We all have to walk through our own hardship, our own difficulty, to search our own heart, discover what is our own niyat, what is our own hadaf. Can you all understand the point I'm trying to make? It's very important that we understand it. Because with these young people, they understand that we are full of crap. They see us that we're hypocrites. The young people, if I'm wrong, tell me you're wrong. Come and take my Pepsi and throw it out the blasted door. They see the hypocrisy in our life. That when we come to masjid, we put on our nice mask. Salam alaikum, walaikum salam, la ilaha illallah, mashallah, alhamdulillah, inshallah. And then when we go home, hey, you, come, go, sit, stand. They see the difference. They understand what's going on. Don't think that you can fool them because they're young people. They can see the hypocrisy that we're living in. They understand what's going on, and they don't want anything to do with it. They don't want to be hypocrites. They don't want to pretend to be mutadayyin when they go to the masjid and then be bideen when they go home with their family. They don't want that. If we want the religion to grow and to stay in our families, then we must understand what is our niyat. What's my intention in deen? What's my hadaf in deen? And then we should be true to that. Hold firm to that. The people, the young people especially, they understand that it's not easy, that it takes time and it takes work. And they will respect us if they see us doing that work. If they see us that we want to lose our temper, but then we control ourselves, they will see that. They'll appreciate it. You cannot force religion. La ikraha fi deen. All we can do is advise, guide them, love them, support them, pray for them, and they themselves will realize this and take it and accept it and value it. But if they see that we have a bad niyat, a bad intention in religion, that when he goes to the masjid, everybody thinks he's a great guy, but when he comes home, he's a son of a gun. When she goes to the masjid, she wears the hijab. The last place you need to wear hijab is on that side. I've been in trouble in masjid like this before, you know. One time some brothers told me, hey, talk to the sisters about wearing the hijab in the masjid. And it's like here where you can't even see the sisters. Okay? If I can't see them, it doesn't matter on that side if they take the scarf off or not. They should be at ease. Maybe your AC isn't powerful enough. They take off the scarf. It's okay. They're on the ladies' side. You can't see them. It doesn't matter. Nah, you want me to talk to them about the hijab that they wear on the ladies' side in the center. Baba. That's how they stopped inviting me to Pittsburgh. I said, okay, you want me to talk about hijab? Khair, I'll talk about hijab. Let's do it. I got on the mimbar and I said, all the men who you're shaving your beard, the beard is the hijab of the man. You want your wife to wear the hijab, even on the ladies' side in the masjid, but you yourself, you're shaving your beard. You take off your hijab, you pretend that you're a Mexican named Mo every time you leave the house, but she have to wear the hijab all the time. Don't you think she sees that? What's your niyat? What's your hadaf? You want me to come and talk about hijab. Baba, wear your hijab. And then we can tell them we're theirs. Nah, we want to be tough with the ladies and easy on ourselves. We want a justification and make excuse for ourselves, but we're siftosacht with everyone else. With ourselves, we make excuse. With everyone else, we're hard and we're firm. Baba, what's our niyat? What hadaf do we have? Where are we going? And so we have to give great thought to this. It takes time. Turn off the TV. Put down the phone. Young people, I know it's so difficult to put down the phone. I got kids, man. They're addicted to this. You wanna see a kid act like a crackhead? Take their phone away. And they start itching and scratching like they got a drug habit. Like, oh my God, please give me the phone. Please give me the phone. You're addicted. There's no difference between you and a crackhead. You know, my neighborhood back home, not in Florida, but where I'm from, it's a rough gangster neighborhood. Okay? I have this one homeless guy. He used to pass by my house every day to go and get his drugs. You cannot call this crackhead a crackhead. If you say, Trini, you're a crackhead, he says, no, I'm not a crackhead. I'm a substance abuser. And when he passes my house, they call me Whitey. When he passes my house, he says, Whitey, I'm going for the substance. The substance. We need to be like that with Deen. You see how they're on a mission to go and get the substance? We're also looking for the substance. Young people, don't let this be your substance. Put it down. Take a rest. Build up your resistance. Think a little bit. Spend time thinking about what's going on in your heart. Like we said many times, we don't even know what our niyat is. Is my niyat selfish? Am I telling you this because I'm selfish? Or am I telling you this because it's what's best? Am I doing this because it's the best action? Or am I doing this because it makes me look good? We have to really become mukhlis. And it takes work and hard work. But that's what religion is. It's not something easy. It's hard internal work. Religion is not just 5 times prayer and you fast 1 month in the year. No, we have to confront our nafs on a daily basis. Talk to ourselves. Examine ourselves. What's my niyat? What's my hadaf? What's my intention? Is it a pure intention? This hadaf that I have, this aim and goal that I have, is it for the sake of Allah? Baba, how can my profession be for the sake of Allah? You will hate your job until it is for the sake of Allah. You will wake up every day and say, damn it, I gotta go to work. Like I do. Every day I wake up and I say, oh, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work. And I sing that song all the way till I get to it. Baba, I'm at work, changing into my uniform, and I'm saying, I don't want to go. Baba, you're already at work. You're still singing the I don't want to go to work song, but you're at work. And the reason that is because the work isn't for the sake of Allah. We have to examine ourselves, get our intention correct, get our hadaf correct, and this is hard work. And if we don't do it in what is happening to America, it will crush us. Many of us will run away from the deen. Stop coming to masjid, because the pressure that's coming is going to be real. Trump is not joking. Don't think that this dude is crazy. This dude is just the first. And what's coming after him is even worse. And what will come after that one? What, you thought Kamala was your friend? Did you think Kamala Harris was your friend? What? Because she's part Indian? Huh? You thought that because she was part Indian and part black, that she would be better for you and for America than the orange Pudar Sukhta that we got in there now? BJP. Huh? There's no difference between them. Two butts of the same, two cheeks of the same butt. They're the same. Whoever comes after Trump will be worse. And whoever comes after that one will be even worse. And if we don't get our niyat right, and if we don't get our hadaf right, we will be lost. And you'll be just as unhappy as the rest of these bicharagan around us. They're deeply unhappy. They're not happy with their husband. They're not happy with their wife. What's the divorce rate in America? More than 50% for first-time marriages. More than 60% for second-time marriages. More than 70%. I'm serious. More than 70% for third-time marriages is divorce. Who instigates the divorces in America? I'm going to blow your minds tonight. Them. The ladies. The higher the education level of a woman, the higher the level is of instigating divorce. Now, I'm not saying keep them ignorant and illiterate. What I'm saying is there's something going on in this culture that makes them deeply unhappy. And because they're so deeply unhappy, they're not attached to Allah. They're not attached to their hadaf. They're not attached to their niyat. They're empty inside. Boots! And so you're unhappy. You're unhappy with your wife. You're unhappy with your husband. You're unhappy with your life. You don't like the house. You don't like the car. And the problem is nothing more than you cannot be satisfied by dunya. Dunya cannot satisfy you. There's not enough donuts to fill you up. You eat one donut, you want another one. You eat that one, you want another one. You eat that one, you want another one. It cannot satisfy you. Human being is not an animal. Human being is a spiritual being. Human being can only be satisfied by spiritual things. And we need to get our niyat and our hadaf right, or we will be lost. Can we understand the point? Then we'll go no further. We ask that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should have mercy on our souls. Ya Allah, forgive us of our sins and have mercy on us. Ya Allah, guide us in your path. Strengthen our limbs in your service. Guide us. And most of all, Ya Allah, inspire us, because what we need is inspiration. We know what's right. We know what's right and what we have to do. But we need inspiration to move forward. But listen, be careful when you ask for inspiration. Be careful when you ask Allah for inspiration. Because human beings only learn the hard way. Okay? Human beings rarely learn the easy way. Sometimes we say, oh Allah, strengthen me in the path and inspire me in the path. And next thing you know, Allah gives you one series of hardship. Why? Because He loves you. Someone once asked Imam Muhammad Baqir, we'll finish it now, brother. This is very important though. Someone asked Imam Muhammad Baqir, how can I tell if Allah is punishing me or if Allah is testing me? How do I tell the difference? Imam Muhammad Baqir alayhi salatu wasalam, he responded, the test from Allah makes you run towards Allah. When you have some difficulty in your life, it's a test from Allah. How do you understand it's a test from Allah? Because you run to your prayer mat. How do you know then that it's a punishment from Allah? Then you run away from Allah. This is the difference between test and punishment. Test from Allah brings you to Allah. You get under pressure and you say, Ya Allah, help me. Punishment from Allah makes you run away from Allah and from deen. Can you understand it? Salawat Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Ameen Rabbal Alameen.